Hello there, welcome back to EVNT TV, here again at Nottingham, and I'm joined by my co-host Drechlas. Hi. And I also have two guests from the EVNT staff, I should say. I nearly said TV afterwards as well. But first we've got Suitonia. Suitonia, introduce yourself to the audience and who you are and what you do for the EVNT brand.
Well, my name's Suitonia. I'm a streamer and I do YouTube videos. I've been part of the EVNT team for a while now. I've helped a bit with the organisation of the tournament here, some of the tournaments as well, the Collides tournament that you've seen previously, and I also do commentary for the EVNT tournament.
Fantastic. And also Bei, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm part of the EVNT team. I primarily focus on organising and designing tournaments that we run. So currently polishing off the rules for championship, and I've been working on the tournament that's running right now in the other room, the EVNT Nottingham tournament. Yeah. I also awesome. Do all sorts of bits for EVNT as well.
So talking about Alliance tournament, so you guys have some cool things lined up for it. Yep. As I've heard, CCP ain't covering the first rounds, and you guys thought, let's do something or what? Yeah,
sure. So last year, and they're doing the same this year, CCP are, they're not doing an official stream for the first weekend of the tournament, so the first couple of rounds. They are getting ISD to stream both of the arenas, so players can watch it that way. There's no commentary on that, it's just a raw footage stream. So what we decided to do is kind of fill the gap a little bit, and we've kind of thrown ourselves in the deep end. We're going to be trying to do, we will be doing, it's not just trying, we will be doing a full weekend broadcast throughout the tournament. So when the matches are on, we will be set up in the studio here. We'll be bringing you all the action. We'll be commentary from some of the great commentators like Chessa, one of the AT commentators who will be commentating the following week, and for CCP moderator will be getting involved. We've got Elise Apotheny who's going to be hosting. It's going to be great. We've got a brilliant staff. Suitonia's going to be here, Ryload, myself. So we've got a bunch of really cool people coming up to Nottingham, and we're going to do a full broadcast, which should be as good, if not better, than the official CCP stream. We're aiming high. We can do it. So it should be great.
So tune in. Full weekend, isn't it?
Yeah, next weekend. Tune in. It'll be on the EVNT Twitch site, obviously, and I think CCP hopefully will be restreaming us. So it should be easy to find. Yeah, it should be great. It should be good fun.
And officially, the Twitch TV stream of EVNT is EVE_NT_TV on Twitch. So you can tune in right there, bookmark it, and be there. So besides that part, I've heard something about the last weekend, like the finals of Alliance tournament. There is something going on there as well.
Yeah, Apotheny, who's also part of the EVNT team, he's going to be the host, I believe, for next week. He's hosting an EVNT, just a EVE tournament finals showing stream. It's going to be in a bar in Birmingham. And I think Apotheny should have a thread up on Reddit pretty soon that you can check out and get all the details.
Well, awesome. So I'm expecting tips that you'll be putting out an article on the EVNT website with all the details.
On there as well, so awesome. You can check that out as well. But outside of the Alliance tournament stuff, you guys organise a lot of the behind-the-scenes things when it comes to the tournament here today, for example, and also the Collide season, which is now going to be the championship as well, come forward. We finished up the Collide season, when was it?
The last match was in May, and the Tuskers took the crown, they will be back. For the championship, we've kind of basically, back in February we started a sort of experimental season of Fight Club, we called it. The idea is kind of taking sort of ideas we do from the live tournament. So we have players can select from a pre-fit set of ships, but we're adding that, and we're adding in a banning tool. So it's going to be a little bit more like a MOBA in terms of it's a 5v5 setup, and team captains will be able to pick some bans and from the available ships, and then they'll go to the arena and fight. So it's going to be round robin. There's a minor league and a major league. I think it's called, and I think there's 6 teams in each, and they'll basically fight each other. It's going to be over 6 weeks. And yeah, at the end will be championship. There's a bunch of skins to be won, and then the idea is hopefully we aim to progress this. So we're going to hopefully do a season coming up soon in the autumn, and then we'll do a spring season as well. And people can move up and down the rankings, and then fingers crossed one day we'll be able to have a feeder tournament to that as well. So we're trying our best to expand the player-run tournament scene, which is is coming on really well. So.
Yeah, because the Major T League is really all the big names that have been in the tournament before, like Tuskers, for example.
It's the winners of Collide team,
Yep.
and there are a couple of winners from the Fight Club series. And then we've got some new teams as well that have been selected. My memory escapes exactly the names of the team captains. So we've got an exciting mix of levels. It should be good.
And have we filled out all the teams now that are needed in the tournament?
Yeah, I think we've got spot. We actually had a ton of people sign up for it. I think we had about 15 to 20 teams sign up. Fortunately, we couldn't fit everyone in, which is really, really hard to pick because there's some great teams signed up, some really good PvP players signed up. So not everyone's get in. So hopefully we can, at the end of each season, a couple of teams will be bumped out. Obviously, we get relegated, and we'll be able to bring new teams in each time.
Yeah.
So.
And so when's the current plan to start running that tournament?
Champion starts, I forget the date. It's the beginning of November. So.
Beginning of November.
Okay.
Interesting.
And to do the championships and anti-collides as well, I've heard that there's new server tools that got to your disposal. Thunderdome was the word that was dropped a lot of times. Can you tell me something about those tools and how they have enhanced, or maybe not, your life to organize everything?
Yeah, so the Thunderdome tool is kind of in parity with Tranquility. One of the issues that we've had previously with running tournaments on Singularity, we run, which is the normal test server. Yeah. Normally we run tests on Singularity, so you don't have the player ships blowing up, and it's a lot easier to deal with different skill points, etc., because people can just extract and inject without affecting their main character on Tranquility to get around skill point issues. However, the issues there is that CCP obviously needs to balance the live game. So a lot of the times there's going to be random new ships or balance changes coming to existing ships that affects our tournament. But since now Thunderdome is running parity with Tranquility, it'll always be the same stats, the same ships, the same balance that is live on the main server.
All right.
In addition to that, there's also a bunch of commands that players can use. So everyone can have max SP. Don't have to worry about different characters not being trained for the correct thing. So it's super easy to get around. Even if someone's been playing for 3 months, for example, if they come into a tournament team, they can just have all the skills. You don't need to bother messing around with injectors. Another cool thing about Thunderdome as well is the fact that you can use the live tournament tool, which is the same tournament tool CCP uses for the Alliance tournament.
Yeah.
So, for example, one issue that we've had previously is with boundary violations. Yeah. Whenever someone goes out of a boundary in the Singularity, we have to call and void the match because they could have drones out there killing someone, and normally that leads to a lot of disappointment because in the Alliance tournament rules, the ship would just blow up and would play on. So that's cool too. It also means we can enforce ships, we can enforce implants, because one issue as well is that someone could just inject snakes.
Yeah, because there's a lot of cool toys, isn't there, that you get to play with when you're on that server as well. So
you can scan all their pods, you can check their ships before the match as well. So we've also had some issues as well. Some guy had Tech 2 drones, but we don't know that they have them until the match, and then we have to...
Massive shout out to CC Logibro, who's been the driving force behind this. He helped us throughout the Collide season. He was there for every match. Bless him, in his own time sometimes as well, moving players around and helping out the background. So he's an amazing CCP representative for tournaments. He's done amazing work, and he's been the driving force behind getting the Thunderdome server up and running. So he's actually persuaded them to get us, tournament community its own server, which is absolutely fantastic. So big shout out to him.
If somebody or an organization within EVE is interested in actually throwing their own tournament or an event at which a tournament will take place, how do they go best about it?
I think contacting the CCP community team, primarily probably Logibro, so he's the tournament guy. I think just get in touch with him, pick him on Twitter or, I think he's on TweetFeet Slack as well. Try and get hold of him, send him a mail, and just I think give them a really solid proposal. of what you want to do. Start off small, don't be too ambitious. I know he gets people coming and saying, "I'm this huge league and hundreds of players." It's incredibly time consuming running a tournament. We do it on spare time, obviously. Even a small championship takes a lot of time. So go to them to a reasonable suggestion. With the tournament server, fingers crossed, he'll be able to give people access a lot more freely. I believe at least until the end of the Alliance tournament, it's pretty much locked down for obviously players to practice with at the moment, because it's obviously they can use it for probably primary function really at the moment is definitely for Alliance tournament teams to actually practice on in preparation for the Alliance tournament, which is coming up next weekend.
Which made me think of maybe it would be like a very cool idea to have EVE and their tournaments be like a precursor or a pre-selection for Alliance tournament.
Yeah, I think there's issues.
I would love to see that. Like you have a league, people striding the league, and the best teams are like the qualifiers for Alliance tournament. Yeah. So you don't get like the lucky one that accidentally had the right number and he got drafted. No, you can actually.
That would be amazing. I think there's issues with around letting players. Putting players in the hands of running those, obviously trust issues. CCP has to really know for sure that the staff running those tournaments are totally legit. I think maybe a little way off that, but hopefully in the future one day we might be able to do something like that.
And certainly these tournaments give an opportunity for like the professional teams, the guys that just literally log in to do the tournaments to just do them. I mean, so a nice diverse tournament series for the entire game, I think, is always a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. I think there's always been an issue, obviously with the Alliance tournament only being once a year, a lot of players do log in just to train for that, take part in that, and then maybe they're not so interested in the rest of the game, or they're not as interested in the rest of the game. A lot of people who are really into esports disappear into other games and stuff for the in-between time. So I think CCP encouraging more, helping the tournament scene, encouraging it more, will help retain those players and hopefully up the quality. The more tournaments there are, the more players get involved, and the higher the quality goes up because there's more competition.
Exactly. So to round off this section. Where can we go to catch up on the EVE tournament news, and where can they catch up on the Alliance tournament that's coming up over the next week or so?
You can follow the EVE Twitter. I believe it's EVE_NTHQ is the Twitter handle. Yep. Also can follow the EVE Twitch, which is EVE_NT_TV. And also on the EVE website.
Fantastic. Good. Well, thank you very much, guys, for taking time out to come and see us. I'll let you get back to drinking. In the meantime, we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back shortly after these messages. Thank you very much, and don't go away.